Hello, my friend. Hi, welcome to my yoga studio and welcome to your very own personal gemstone bracelet and yoga class designed just for you by you. So my name is Tracy and during this class we will enjoy some yoga. We'll do a little meditation. We'll do intention setting on our bracelets. On our beads, and then we'll create our bracelets. So hopefully you have your little kit handy. Don't open it just yet. We'll do that together in a little bit. And having said all that, let's go ahead and get started. We'll jump right in. So let's begin in a comfortable seat. If you're not already there, go ahead and find it. And just take a second here to sort of shimmy a little bit and shaky, shaky, shaky. Just shake out any sort of stagnant energy. Maybe it's a little heavy feeling, so just shake it out. So during this class, we're going to do a meditation on creativity, but we're also going to do a lot of yoga poses that activate and open up our sacral chakra, which kind of is the home of creativity. And that's located right below your navel, right? So right below the navel. So I want you to close your eyes and take your hands to your knees. And take a big full breath from the root of your spine, base of your spine, all the way to the crown of your head. And then from crown to root. And do two more, just like that. Root to crown, crown to root. And if you're new to practicing with me, I am the yummy noise queen, and I encourage you to make some yummy noises as well. So we're going to go ahead and deepen our experience with our breath. So take a nice big breath in through the nose and let that breath last till a count of 4. And at the top of that 4th inhale, I want you to retain that breath for a count of 4. And then exhale for a count of 4. Two more times, Yogi. Breathing in for 4. A little breath hold for 4. And then exhale for 4. So allow each inhale and each exhale to anchor you to this present moment. We're leaving the outside world out, and we're focusing all of our attention in the here and now. And now in that creative, beautiful mind, I want you to see a spark of light in your belly. Just below the navel in that sacred sacral chakra area, your creativity center. And now, my friend, this spark is an idea, a calling, a mission. It's your next song, your next painting, your next book, your next play, maybe a blog post. And you, my friend, are the spark. You, my friend, are the idea. And you're the spark's chosen conduit in the world. And at any time during this meditation, the mind begins to fluctuate and run off like wild horses. You're simply going to invite it back to your breath with kindness and no judgment. And now, as you breathe in and out, I want you to watch that flame grow, that spark. Watch it grow into a beautiful flame. And feel the warmth of that flame as it expands to your heart. And now receive this flame in gratitude. In gratitude for it choosing you. Feel the reverberation in your chest. Big important step here, my friend. As you exhale, release any doubt that does not serve your full expression of your idea. And feel the warmth of the flame as it grows, rising into your head. And bring your awareness to the top of your head. And feel this light that starts at the top of your head. And watch it slowly move into every area of your body. This beautiful, creative light. And now feel the light as it travels past your ears. Notice how it moves behind your eyes. And let it roll down your cheeks to your lips. And as this light, this creative energy, continues to move through you, repeat this following phrase. I am a co-creator with the universe. I put pen to paper, brush to canvas, fingers to keys, and I do this work joyfully. One more time to really let it anchor into every cell of your body. I am a co-creator with the universe. I put pen to paper, brush to canvas, fingers to keys, and I joyfully do the work. And on your next exhale, come back to your sacred space, feeling the temperature in the room, the clothes on your body, the creativity in your soul. And please begin to move those fingers and the toes. Take a moment to drop the chin to the chest on your exhale. And then inhale, carving a line with your chin. Take the chin up to the sky. Don't overdo it, but give it a little stretch to the throat. And then exhale, release the chin to the chest. And take that chin from side to side. And bring the chin up to the sky. Doing some really good tension release work here. And then to balance this out, take the chin in the opposite direction. Round and round you go. Just keep flaming that spark of creativity. All right, coming to neutral. Take a big breath with me. Sweep your arms out all the way up to the sky. Let's just gather in some of those ideas and some of that creativity. Bring the palms together in a marriage and then hands release to the heart. Ha! Take another breath just like that. Inhale, off you go. Round, big, huge expansion of the breath. Hands to heart. And then inhale again, we reach to the sky, hang here. Drop the shoulders, press into the sits bones. Your hips are heavy towards the earth. And lift your proud heart to the sky. On the exhale, just simply bend the elbows. Come to goddess arms. Elbows will stay as high as the shoulders. Bring that navel in and begin to flame the fire. Here we go. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, goddess. Ha. Inhale. And exhale, flaming that fire. Ha. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, twist the torso to the right. Left hand to the thigh. Right arm goes behind. And let's take a breath. Lengthening the spine, exhaling, perhaps you take a little deeper gaze over that right shoulder. Exhale, take a look towards the left, another sweet release. Wiggle the toes and unclench your jaw. Bring your gaze forward for me. Yeah, and then reach the right arm to the sky. Lots of length, hips to fingertips. And then cross over, reaching for opposite knee. Both hands are on your knees. We're taking a creative, interesting cat-cow here. Inhaling, the heart comes forward, nice and proud. Drop those shoulders. As you exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine. We're finding that C curve, right? And then we inhale, coming forward, shining, bright. And then exhale. Two more times. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Coming to that neutral spine. Let's bring the backs of our palms together. We're going to find eagle arms here. So you're welcome to stay here. This is cool, right? This feels nice, beautiful stretch. A little deeper, more heat. You're going to try and get those palms to touch. As you inhale, lift those fingertips to the sky. And maybe it might even be a little bit of a back bend. You decide, your practice, right? You're creating your practice here. You're going to create your bracelets. And then exhale, just snuggle those elbows right into your heart center. Beautiful. Tuck the chin a little bit. All right, here we go. Inhale, reach up to the sky. This time we unwind. Biceps to the ear. And then take that twist in the opposite direction. Let that breath flow freely up and down the spine. Maybe you roll that left shoulder open a little bit more. And then take a gentle look towards the right. Lifting and lengthening, creating space. Bring the gaze forward. Left arm reaches to the sky. We find that length, energy through those fingertips, and then cross over opposite knee. And here we find that interesting creative cat-cow, unlike any other. Inhale forward and exhale back. And let's go 2 more times. Get creative, yogi. And then let's meet with that tall spine, readjust. Backs of the hands come together. Perhaps you wrap around for a bind. Inhale, reach to the sky. You might do your back bend, lifting from the top of the ribs, pressing into the sits bones. And then as you exhale, go ahead and nestle those elbows to the heart center. Inhale, reach to the sky. Unwind. And here's where you're going to find a little creativity on your own. So you move in any way that feels good to you. You can pretend that you're some sort of a beautiful sea creature just flowing through the water. Maybe you pretend that you're, at some kind of a concert and you're just getting into the music and the movement and the energy. You move in any way that feels good to you. What feels right? Change it up. One more breath here. Perhaps you give yourself a big old hug. And then allow yourself to dive on forward and come to hands and knees. And then go sideways. So find your table position, right? Hands make contact with the earth, the fingers are spread, knees are underneath those hips. And let's find a couple cat-cows here, traditional. Curl the toes, drop that belly, gaze and the heart comes up, so does the tail. And then exhale, tuck and round, press the earth away. Inhaling and exhaling. Find your flow. One more. And let's find that nice tall spine, long spine, crown reaching to the top of the mat, tail to the back. And then just go ahead and lift up your left knee, kind of like dog at a fire hydrant. And I want to do some circles here. So trying to just let the leg move, not the whole body. So the hips are kind of involved in that whole area where the sacral chakra is. So we're just going to get those hips a little open. So take the circles in the other direction a couple of times. And back to your table position, and we find the same good work on the other side. Lift that right leg up, maybe 5 circles in one direction. Keep your stability, right? Hands pressing into the earth, knee and foot pressing into the earth. One more. Awesome. And then everything comes back to the mat. Go ahead and step your right foot up in between those thumbs. Now I'm going to shift my left foot back a little bit. I like a longer stance here, but that might not work for you. See what works. Just keep that right knee over the right foot. Hang here for a second. Maybe you're on blocks, right? Maybe you're on your fingertips. Lean into and down, right? Let those hips fall towards the mat. Beautiful. Next inhalation, reach those arms forward, press into your feet, peel the belly away. Reach up to the sky, drop the shoulders. Here's a good tip. Wrap those ribs in and then just notice how you're not dumping into the low back again anymore. Breathe. Maybe wiggle those fingertips, get creative. All right, little bend. We're going to hang on to our left wrist and then just take a gentle bend over towards the right. Very easy, but you're going to feel this in those hip flexors. Nice and sturdy and strong in the legs. Inhale, reach to the sky. Now as you exhale, rain it down and shift those hips back. Peel those right toes up. And then forward and back to your crescent or low lunge. And we'll go 5 more times. Just finding sort of a meditative movement here. Breathing and flowing. The next time those hands meet that mat, keep them on either side of your front foot. And I want you to curl your back toes. Peel that leg up, knees off the mat, plant your hands. And then let's twist towards the right. Inhaling and reaching and twisting towards the right. Make sure you're breathing, pushing through that left heel. Exhale, float those fingertips down. Let's step back to downward facing dog. Woo-hoo! So movement, creativity, shifting. What feels good? Just notice your shoulders. See if you can get the left shoulder to turn out to the left, the right to turn out to the right. Just a subtle movement. And breathe. One more breath. And float those knees down. And right away, step that left foot on up in between the thumbs. So find your crescent here. Dropping into those hips, heart is forward. Knee over ankle. You might even think about squeezing the legs towards each other and just notice the energy and the strength that you get. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up to the sky. Hang here, wrap those ribs in. Thumbs pointing back. Nice and strong. Drop those shoulders. Meet the pose, right, with curiosity, creativity, and openness. Maybe there'll be an idea that pops up. Exhale, let's find the flow. Rain those fingertips down, shift the hips back. We find this half split, and then inhale, up we go. Exhaling and inhaling. And stay present through the transition, right, from posture to posture. That's super important. Think of it as a pose. Beautiful. Next time those your hands are on the mat, curl the back toes, lift the knee, find a runner's lunge, plant the right hand down, and inhale, twist to the left. Push through that right heel, squeeze the legs together. Beautiful. One more breath. Excellent. Hello. And then float those fingertips down. Step yourself back to table, okay? And then drop the knees, shift the hips back. We're gonna land in a hero's pose. Bring the palms to your thighs. Sit up nice and tall. Actually, might even go back and move some of those toes around a little bit. My little pinky toe gets stuck. And then let's just rotate the head around a couple times here. And take it around in the other direction. And then land with that nice tall spine. Take a big breath, sweep the arms out and up. And as you do, come to a kneeling posture. Take those hands, wrap them around the waist. Thumbs are in the front of your body. Fingertips are at sort of the low back, pointing down. And let's take a big breath and draw the shoulder blades and the elbows together. Push your hips forward. All right, so this is a beautiful spot to stay. Little baby beginning of a camel pose. If you're into it in your practice, you can push those hips and thighs forward and take the gaze back and up. Some people might reach for their heels if that's in their practice. See what it feels like. One more breath here. And then come up to a neutral spine. Reach up to the sky. As you exhale, plant those hands. Curl your toes, shift your hips high and back, downward facing dog. Nice, easy breath in. Easy breath out. Bend the knees nice and generously. Take a look forward, feet to hands, and come to a forward fold. You can hang on opposite elbows. You can just let the arms and head be really heavy here. You decide. Little bend to the knees is always welcome. And then we inhale, reach to the sky. Arms out and up. Bring the palms together, hands to heart. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, let's swan dive. Proud heart leads the way, and then you surrender. Inhale, a half lift. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and all the way up to the sky. Let's enjoy that one more time. Reaching up nice and strong. Exhale, lead with the heart. Forward fold. Take a half lift. And then fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out all the way up to the sky. Let's enjoy a sun salutation just to get things moving a little bit more. So reach to the sky on your inhale, high mountain. Drop the shoulders, so feel really strong here. And then exhale to chair pose. Bend the knees, shift the hips back. Reach those fingertips to the sky, tuck the tail. Bring the palms together, and as you exhale, hands right through the midline, we forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Bring a little weight to the toes and press those sits bones back and away. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back to a plank pose. Push through your heels, really strong in the belly. 10 fingers, nice and wide. Exhale, using the power of the belly, draw those hips high and back, downward facing dog. Easy breath in. Easy breath out. And let's step the right foot in between the thumbs. Root the back foot down on a little angle, and we're going to rise nice and easy with control to warrior one. Your warrior one, hips are forward, chest is forward. And that is that. Beautiful. Bring some awareness to your sacral chakra, right? Burning bright orange. Creativity is just exploding like the universe. One more breath. Be generous with the breaths. And then exhale, rain it down. Step back to a plank pose. Power of the belly drives those hips high and back, downward facing dog. And step the left foot in between the thumbs. Right foot roots, 45-degree angle, which keeps those hips forward. And we root to rise. Warrior one. Ha. Breathe it in, yogis. Breathe in all of that creativity. Ha, the ideas, the missions. One more breath. And then exhale, float those fingertips down. Step yourself back to plank. Shift the hips high and back, downward facing dog. Take a long breath, root to crown, crown to root. Bend the knees, take a look forward, feet to hands, and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Make sure you can see those toes. And reach up to the sky. Bring the palms together and exhale. Let those palms rest at your heart center. Beautiful. Shake it out a little, kick it out a little bit, wiggle it out. All right, take a moment to loop the shoulders up and down the back, a couple times this direction, and then a couple times in the other direction. Okay, yogis, so you're gonna take your feet, let's separate them nice and wide, so they're gonna probably end up off the mat, and that's okay, you'll be all right. Toes are pointed out, heels are pointed in. Take a breath, reach to the sky. So it's a 5-pointed star. Set yourself up here. As you exhale, bend the elbows, bend the knees. We find this goddess pose. All right, so this is a beautiful pose for creativity, right? Birth. Ha. Take a breath. Bring your pointer finger and your thumb together. Maybe the nail on the pointer finger is underneath the thumb if you have nails like that. A little mudra for creativity. And then just take your right elbow towards your right hip, back up, and left towards the left hip, and back up. Oh, let's go a couple more times. Use the power of the breath. And now right away, notice that the knees are going to start to come in. Go ahead and take them out. Ha. We'll do one more on each side. Press into those feet, squeeze the thighs towards each other, rise, 5-pointed star. Bring the palms together, hands to heart. Now heel toe the feet in just a little bit so that the toes end up splaying off the sides of the mat. You might have to adjust that, we'll see what happens. We're gonna find Malasana, which is a yogic squat. So take a nice big breath, and bend those knees and just take that pelvis right on down. So everybody's squat's gonna look different. Some people's heels might be up. It's totally cool. The one thing you wanna think about is not leaning forward really. So see if you can straighten the spine. Maybe you push the pelvis forward. Another beautiful posture to cultivate that creativity within you. Give it room to grow. We can add a twist on here, sending the left arm to the left, planting it down, and the right arm to the sky. Hands to heart. And then other side. Hands to heart. Ha. All right, here's tricky. Let's press into those feet, squeeze the abdominal muscles in, and we're gonna rise right back up. Heel toe, all the feet together. Find your mountain pose. Take 3 breaths, so strong, right? Things are on fire down here in our sacral chakra. All right, a couple more things. A couple more moves, a couple more chakra openings, and we'll get busy with our bracelets. So, coming to the top of your mat, let's take a giant step back with our left foot. We'll find warrior 2. So, little angle on that back foot, sweep those arms around. So right arm is forward, left arm is back. Wrap those ribs in. Take a breath. Flip your front palm. Take a little scoop forward, and then as you exhale, back arm drops, and we reach the front arm up to the sky. Beautiful opening here. A little peaceful warrior. And then as you exhale, come to side angle pose. Forearm on the thigh, palm is up. Make a circle with your back arm, and once you catch your thumb and your gaze, go ahead and follow it up to the sky. And just notice how that really stacks up the shoulders. And then when you're ready, take the bicep to the ear, and I want you to press into your left pinky toe. Reach. I like my gaze down. Inhale, warrior two. Beautiful. Take the hands to your hips and bring the toes forward. You can even pigeon toe them a little bit. If you have a block, that's sometimes nice to have in the center here in front of you. Draw the shoulder blades and the elbows together. Lift up your heart. Now leading with the heart, come forward. We're going to take a forward fold. So maybe your hand comes to the block or maybe to the ground. I've got my left hand down here. I'm going to press into my hand, send my sits bones back behind me, and then twist my torso to the right or reach on up. And then other side. Woohoo! Right hand comes down. I find length in my spine, and then I twist, reaching my left hand to the sky. Beautiful. Both hands to the mat. Take a little bend to the knees, hands to the thighs. Come on and rise up. Beautiful. Let's take our arms shoulder height. Slip that right heel back. Left toes towards the left. Pop into your warrior two again. Windmill the arms around. Come to a plank pose. Shift the hips high and back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forward, feet to hands. Fold. Inhale, arms out, all the way up to the sky. Bring the palms together, hands to heart. All right, yogis, we're going to do that on the other side. So step the right leg back nice and far. Windmill those arms around. Warrior two, check it out. Check those ribs out. Equally reaching forward and back. Front palm flips, back arm drops. Reach forward, let's go ahead and scoop it up. Find your peaceful warrior. Nice bend to that front knee, right? Knee over ankle. Exhale, side angle, forearm on the thigh. So notice if you're relying on the thigh, I want you to have it be a whisper. Circle with the back arm, follow the thumb up. And then bicep to the ear. Oof. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, windmill around. Step back to your plank. Shift the hips high and back, downward facing dog. Bend those knees. Take a look forward and feet to hands. Give yourself a generous forward fold. Hold on to those opposite elbows. And go ahead and take yourself from side to side. And inhale, a half lift. Exhale, fold. Press into those feet, sweep the arms out all the way up to the sky. Go ahead and hang on to that right wrist. Press through the right foot and then take a beautiful bend over towards the left. Woo! Up you go, and then switch sides. And up you go. Bring those palms together, hands to the heart. Lovely. So let's do a little balancing pose, eagle. And we're going to really super concentrate on our low belly, just below the pelvis. So we'll start on just below the navel, not the pelvis. We're gonna start on the right foot, little bend to that knee, and then cross the left over. I'm gonna land on the balls of my left foot. My hips are forward. Reach those arms nice and long, and let's take that right elbow underneath the left and find what works for you in your eagle. Inhale, reach those fingertips to the sky, and then as you exhale, really important, squeeze the legs together, squeeze in the low belly, activate that chakra, and then have a seat. Soften your face. Check your details. All right, my sweet friend, you can stay here, or if you want a little bit of a challenge, you're gonna unravel that left foot and send it back behind you with control. Coming forward, straightening the right leg. Hip points are down. Reach your fingertips towards me. Engage that belly. Take another breath. Beautiful. And then unwind, release. Reach up to the sky. And float those fingertips down by your side. Excellent. Let's take it to the other side. And when you're ready, heavy in the left foot, cross that right knee over. Reach the arms nice and long. We find our left elbow nestled under our right. Inhale, we reach up to the sky. Exhale, squeeze those legs together and then have a seat. Shift those hips back. Some people are able to hook this right foot around the left shin, but that's not in my practice. It makes me come out of the pose. So I'm going to be happy and totally fulfilled right here. Draw the belly in and up. Unclench your jaw. Beautiful. And then hang here, yogis, or go ahead and let yourself unwind and come forward. Finding that warrior three, internally rotating that right leg. Keep those hip points down. Ooh, I'm pressing up against the wall. One more breath. And then go ahead, release and unwind. Ooh, make some circles with those arms. One direction, and then in the other direction. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Go ahead and make your way onto your bottoms. Keeping the knees bent, just come to forearms. And then just take those knees from side to side. Whatever feels right for you. And breathe. And then come all the way down onto your backs. You can keep those knees bent. Keeping the knees and the hip and the feet hip distance apart. You might even be able to touch those heels with your middle finger. Scoop up the tailbone, and on your next inhale, nice and slowly, bring those hips up to the sky. Little bridge pose. Squeeze the thighs towards each other. We don't want knees wider than the hips. If you feel like it, interlace those fingers, right? Your arms are nice and long, and then walk the shoulder blades together. Inhale, bring some weight into, some height into your chest, to that proud heart. And imagining the shins and the thighs, trying to scrape their way up to the top of the mat. Just take another breath. And then slowly release. Grab the right knee and the left knee. Give yourself a nice old hug.
And then reaching up and grabbing either the instep or your big toe. I want you to take those knees down onto the side of your body, little happy baby. Thinking about keeping the ankle over the knee and keeping your tailbone down, right? So just give yourself a generous Really encourage those knees down, and we're waking up that sacral chakra even more. Sometimes it's fun to just go from side to side and straighten the legs. Little happy baby, right? When you're happy, you're creative. Although, I wonder about Van Gogh. One more breath here. And then draw the knees in. Give yourself a hug. And then find your Shavasana. So I'm going to keep my knees bent. I like my feet as wide as the mat, my knees together. Some people like traditional where their legs are long and separated. You decide what feels right. And we'll stay here for a few minutes, just letting that creativity bubble up even more, right? Just visualize that orange flame. And just fan the flame. What can you do to encourage your creativity? Or maybe it might be nice to recite that mantra, that phrase, I am a co-creator with the universe. I put pen to paper, brush to canvas, fingers to keys. Maybe as yogis we add on that we come to our poses with an open mind and a creative heart. And let's take 10 more breaths. And my friend, please begin to lengthen your breath. Wiggling the fingers and the toes. Perhaps taking a nice big morning stretch, reaching the arms behind you. Maybe moving a little this way, a little that way. It might be nice to gather the knees in towards your heart again. Give yourself a big hug. And then perhaps from there, hanging on to the back of your thighs and spinal rocking up to a comfortable seat, or getting there however you'd like. I'm just offering some options. Hello. And once you are settled, you've made it back up to your comfortable seat, go ahead and grab your little satchel, your little kit, and let's go ahead and just open it up. See what we've got inside. So I've got a Jolly Rancher. I've got some nice tea that you can enjoy while you're making this if you want. We have a piece of felt to place our
beads, our gemstones on to be able to create them. And it also is a nice little catch-all. It prevents them from sort of rolling around, but not, you still have to be careful. All right, so take those beads out. Now I've given you more beads than you need. Typically, the amount of beads you would use is 27. You'll have a clothespin with some stretchy, super strong stretchy cord on it, which is going to be more than you need as well. So you're going to have to do sort of your own measuring and adjusting. You might like your bracelets to be tighter or looser, so it's totally up to you. And that's what's great about this, is you're creating your own beautiful masterpiece. Before we begin to create, I would like to take a moment to set an intention for your beads. So you can gather them all together on your felt cloth, and then just place your hands over them. And now gemstones have so many different sort of positive qualities, healing qualities, you know, to be able to meditate with mala beads. You know, they manifest things. There's just so many different things that are positive about gemstones. These particular gemstones have been cleansed and charged overnight in the last full moon. So they're clean of any negative energy. So whatever you want to infuse in them is what you're going to do right now. So I want you to take a moment to think about what you want to make these gemstones do for you. What do you want from them? Are they a reminder of something? Are they simply a touchstone if you start to get nervous about something? Do they remind you to breathe? Do you want to manifest abundance? And just close your eyes and lengthen the breath. And first visualize yourself finding peace and calmness. And from this place of calmness and peace, set your intention on your gemstones. These are yours, created by you for you. And the next step is to design what you want your bracelet to look like. So in my case, I'm going to use this big black, I think my color is black, or it might be green, lava bead, and it's very porous. You'll notice that it's porous, and it's bigger than the other guys. This is probably an 8 millimeter. This lava stone is wonderful to put some essential oils on, and it absorbs it, and you're able to just come back to that scent all day long if you'd like to. So I'm going to use that as my centerpiece, and then I'm going to build out from the left and the right my design. And I have a couple of other big stones here, so I'm going to use those on either side of my lava bead. And then I'm going to give some thought to what I want my color scheme to look like maybe. I put some wood beads in there, and that's to help with a sense of feeling grounded. Use them or not. There's spacers, use those or not. So you decide what you want your bracelet to look like. You can just design these guys, change it up if you'd like to. And there is no rush. Take your time. When you're ready, you're going to start to string your beads. So you've got this clothespin, let's call it a paper clip, and that's that stretchy cord on it. So the clothespin is going to act as a stopper. And then I'm going to start with the left side of my creation and just begin to bead these. I'm going to have to put my glasses on. I'm just taking some time to thread those beads onto your stretchy cord, and then going all the way around. And perhaps you're reciting your intention here with each placement of your beads. And sometimes it happens that the stopper doesn't work and you have to start all over again. And there's some beautiful beads in here: amethyst and moonstone, sunstone, tiger's eye, jasper. What is that one? Oh, I have rosewood beads for grounding. Green aventurine. I think that's what you call it. And there really is no wrong or right way to do this. Well, except when you do that. So just like any other sort of coloring or beading, this is very meditative. You're very present here as you're doing this. You're not thinking about anything else except this one single thing that has a beautiful effect on the body, the relaxation response. Pretty, the colors are great. Oh, what's that blue one? I have to remember what that blue one's called. All right, let's see here. All right, I'm going to check mine and just see how it looks. See if I've got enough beads on here. So this is where it gets tricky, and you're going to want to be careful that you don't drop it, because they'll go flying. Okay, yeah, so mine looks pretty good. Actually, I'm going to put one more on, I think. So once you've completed your bracelet, you're going to unhook it, make sure that it fits, and then you're simply going to tie a knot. So I do underhand knot. That seems to work the best for me, and sometimes I'll do a surgical knot where I wrap that one thread around twice. And I'll even sometimes take a little bit of super glue and dab a little bit of glue right on that knot. The next tricky part is you're going to want to cut off the excess string. And you want to cut it as close as you can to the knot without cutting the knot. So I'm going to leave you to it. I would love to see your creation. If you wanted to take a picture and tag me in it, Walkabout Yoga CT. That would be great. I hope you enjoyed your class. I hope you enjoy your bracelet, and keep coming back. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Thank you.